That flute was the business, bro.
That was my favorite. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no.
Welcome to the Sage of Three Paths podcast. We are three brothers who use this space to talk about a range of topics. Anything from politics, race, anime, and pop culture. Each giving our own perspectives and opinions. I'm the youngest, Mo Jana, also known as Junior Lab.
I'm the oldest, Okello, but my brothers call me AJ.
Middle child Oz, aka Wizard King.
We three brothers. One sec. We once again thank you for tuning in and joining us on this sometimes cathartic journey. Let's dive right in.
A little bit.
Faint or what?
Yeah, perhaps you're not coming through with enough bass, enough beef. I can't hear any bass in your voice.
And now? Or has that just made it worse?
I don't know.
You gotta talk more, Mo.
I'm talking like this. I keep talking like this. Or this is where it's got more bass, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is what it was on before.
Oh well, if you haven't added anything, then we're tripping. We must be. We're tripping because
You do sound better this time round, though.
you are the tech god. Shout out Jan Tech Creative Solutions. Shout out Jan
bro.
Tech Creative Solutions.
Yeah.
It's a thing. But well, that's aside to that. My bad, because obviously high praise to the work that you've put in. This is Sage, Mo, Junior. This is Sage, aka Babz, aka the God of Writing.
Let's not have it. Let's not have it, bro.
Nah, man, I've heard a lot, and it's great to meet you finally, man. Been meaning to get you on
Likewise.
here for a minute. Your name's been floating around since the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah,
Since the
bro.
beginning, when it was an idea,
I'm humbled.
you was mentioned. So it's good to finally have you on here, man.
I'm humbled, genuinely, man. I am. You know, it's
set up.
seeing the
Thanks for
three
the heads up.
sages, bro. You know what I'm saying? See the three sages.
With the four
Absolutely.
sages today. With the four sages today. The first time ever. The four sages.
Do you know what it is? It's like, do you know with Power Rangers where the Green Ranger just kept coming back, cameo appearances.
On a random
the guy
one.
who had to be there in order to do the thing. Yes, okay, Sage,
Listen,
aka
that
Babz.
flute was the business, bro.
That was my favorite. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, don't. It's still in my head. Still in my head, bro. You know what I mean?
Come with a dinosaur.
Bro.
Oh my days.
And then he switched to the white, and they still made him the cool. They still give him the coolest gear. The guy had a talking sword. Like, bro.
Yep. He always had the upgraded. Always had the upgraded. And everyone's like, oh my God, we want to get like you.
That actor had longevity in that
Oh,
series.
yeah.
Let's talk true. In terms of acting in series, people last 2-3 seasons, this guy came back. And he was even coming back, I think Dino Thunder. He came back for the full season. Like he was the professor who helps them. Like, and then he turns out that, oh, actually, I'm actually a ranger as well.
The movies, all
What a
of them, bro. The
surprise,
specials.
Man. Yeah,
I haven't
but
seen the
even to
movie,
this
so-
day, the guy, I know he's still popping up on like Comic Cons and stuff like that. Yeah, man. He got longevity behind that.
You gotta ride that
Definitely
wave.
did.
Gotta ride that wave.
Oz was telling me about the Power Rangers, the original cast.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
They got done in. They got done in.
So what is it? The Red Ranger, the Black Ranger, and the Yellow Ranger.
Yeah.
The white guy,
Nah,
the black
bro.
guy, and the Asian woman.
Literally.
Why you gotta
Thank
put it
you,
like
Saban.
that, bro?
Thank you,
Nah,
Saban.
but they done them in.
It's the truth, innit? It's the truth.
They weren't part of the, what was it? Is it the Screen Actors Guild?
Yeah. It was like the union that they were.
Yeah, the union. They weren't part of the union.
From getting trashed, which is why they got trashed. And when they tried to fight back, they didn't have any protection.
Wait, break it down, because obviously a lot of people won't know what's going on. Give us a step-by-step run through of the Power Ranger saga.
Okay. Now, Sage, you may well be more well versed in this. However, I'm gonna start it, and then you fill in the gaps and jump in whenever you feel there's a need.
Go right ahead.
So again, going back to what I was saying, the red, the black, and the yellow ranger in this Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, this series back in the early 90s from the production house Saban, I believe, other people who were the first ones to actually jump on this way to get Power Rangers going. It was actually a Japanese idea originally. But that's another podcast in itself. Let's not even get into Power Rangers.
Super Sentai, I think the original Japanese is called.
Okay,
It may be.
Yeah, exactly. It was. Yeah, it was.
But these actors, their initial contracts were pretty basic because no one knew that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was gonna explode into this fantastic thing that completely blew kids away, myself included. Just like, damn, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, no one really gets hit other than like the punching and stuff. But when they're shooting, everyone's shooting the ground. But that's not neither here nor there. I get what.
It was cool. It was a damn cool
I
show.
get what they're offering, and I'm enjoying it. I get it. But in the second season now, the actors are like, oh, okay, look at all that success. We've gone on these talk shows. We've got these action figures made of us. We're doing loads of interviews. We're getting sponsorship deals with all these random adverts and all this kind of stuff. So they're like, oh, okay, I'm not going in with that same basic contract. Like I'm a star, you know. Like look at me. Like I see my face on TV. I'm a star essentially. So they're like, okay, let's have more money. They've gone and asked the production team, and the producers and everyone, let's give us more money. These three in particular, the other ones, I think they were happy just doing the thing, and perhaps, who knows, that's their story to tell. But so Black Ranger, Red Ranger, Yellow Ranger, I wish I knew their names. Apologies.
Let's get the names, man. Get the names. Mo, can you do that?
Yeah. What? Trini, Zach, Jason.
Nah, they're original. they're
see,
IRL names.
don't
in real life.
immortalize them in something that they've been done over by. What we need to realize is their real names need to be
The person behind the Ranger outfit.
Yeah, 100%. I remember the yellow
behind the mask.
I remember the yellow Ranger because she passed away, didn't she? R.I.P. It's like Trin. I can't pronounce the Vietnamese name, and I don't want to butcher it. I'd rather not be that disrespectful.
I wonder what she died from.
Do you know what? It's
cocaine overdose.
Trini Kwan.
Trini Kwan. Oh right.
Yeah, she was
Trini Kwan. Wherever you are.
I think it was a car accident or something of the sort. You know, like quite unfortunate, man. Quite unfortunate.
Hey man, it can happen.
What are you saying, Mo?
Yeah.
So I've got a load of names. Hold on, let me just get the
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Original cast. I'm trying to get okay, let me give you the Rangers that we got here. Right. So we got Austin St. John.
Is that the black dude?
Yep. No.
Nope, that's the Red Ranger, played by Jason D. Scott. That's the name of the Red Ranger, the character. So that was, played by Jason D. Scott. That was the Red Ranger.
Wait, who's the Red Ranger? Jason?
No. Yeah, Jason is the Red Ranger.
The character himself. I'm Jason, the Red Ranger. Not the actual dude. Like, I'm going to the dude's name.
Austin St. John. That's his name.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, Austin St.
I'm not going to say the character names no more because,
please.
We'll just say the actors' names and I'll say the Ranger.
Is what we're trying to bring out. Come on.
All right, cool. Red Ranger. Austin St. John.
Austin St. John. And what's the black guy?
You might as well name all of them, but...
We'll get to that. I'm doing it in order, all right? So next we got Pink Ranger. Amy Jo Johnson. I'm saying it because, And then next we've got Blue Ranger, David Yost.
Oh, no. What are you doing? Don't commit to one and then don't do the other. Why did the Pink Ranger get that matty? Amy Bernie Johnson.
He's a sexist dog. That's why.
Nah. What? You guys are jumping the gun. You're jumping the gun because the next one is
Please.
Wakanda. Black Ranger, played by Walter Jones.
Walter Jones.
My man. I don't know what was going on with the hairline back then, but it's cool because you was the Black Ranger.
Bro, that hairline needs to be talked about, bro.
I have no idea what it looks like.
I'm just gonna have to get a picture
Yeah,
first to
get a
see.
picture
Bro.
Nah, that hairline was a certain type of special. They definitely did not have anyone on makeup
Well, it's the
to
guy's
do
hairline
black hair.
on his the top of his head or what?
Yo.
Swear to God.
Pretty much, yo, Oz.
What?
Let me share screen. I'll just pull up for us all to see, so we can all just see the exact image that I saw, which made me have to at least mention it.
Yeah, do your thing, man.
This is what I saw.
Oh,
Look at that, bro.
zoom in.
Look at that, bro.
You know,
It's that helmet.
Yo, I'm
that
being
helmet
denied the zoom in, but I think you can see anyway.
Yeah,
man.
sometimes when AJ comes home from work,
you know what? I was literally about to say, as a man who wears helmets when I ride my motorbike, right? So I use my helmet. You know, are some
This is the
hating
helmet
ass, some hating ass, non-riding ass, non-helmet using ass.
You're the helmet using ass out here.
Can I just say, Walter? Yeah, it's all love. Yeah, we
Shout
are.
out to Walter.
It's all love and jokes
I
from
understand
here.
the pain of wearing helmets and your hair looking like crazy.
But
But
essentially,
you're technically one of us, right?
Yeah, 100.
But
100.
to draw it back to the story, that's essentially like those.
I ain't said the Green Ranger yet, bro.
Oh, my bad. You're going for
You want the Green Ranger?
Yeah, do your thing, man.
Green Ranger also turned White Ranger, Jason David Frank. And you're right, he did come back.
Multiple occasions.
How many times did he come back?
I would say 3, 4.
He's been a part of the Power Rangers franchise, Power Rangers Zeo, Power Rangers Turbo,
Yes.
Power Rangers Wild Force,
Yes.
Power Rangers Dino Thunder,
I watched
Power
that
Rangers
recently.
Mega Force.
I've seen that one.
Damn.
5.
He's the true Power Ranger.
Yeah,
He is the Power Ranger.
He is the embodiment of what it is to be a Power. If he doesn't know what a Power Ranger is, we're all doomed. We're all doomed by Zordons who's gonna come rain fire on us or something. Who knows?
Nah, they never depend on Zordon, bro. Zordon was a liability.
Some dead guy lying down. I was like, oh, that's you.
Why are you picking teenagers? Why are you picking teenagers? Get some special force people that know what to do. Do you understand? Like, get some special force people that know what to do. Those SAS people with no names, those Navy SEALs that killed Bin Laden. Get those people, assign them that power. But you're just dipping into a high school and picking kids, bro.
You know what they'll do? We've ticked the boxes on all the genders and nationalities.
The races.
Yeah, we're good.
Yep.
We're good.
You know what I mean? We're just doing he just watched before he landed on Earth. Before he landed on Earth, I think he was watching an episode of Captain Planet, innit? And thought to himself, yeah, this is what we need. This is what we need.
Do you know what's kind of a dark thought? Imagine Zordon was a Catholic priest or something.
Oh,
had the
bro.
option to go for.
Can we explain who Zordon is to people that don't know?
Going for the young ones.
In relation to the Power Rangers, can we
Everyone will
explain
be
who Zordon is?
But I'm in touch with. With Captain America, we could probably.
Yo. You gotta tell him who Zordon is. You gotta tell him who Zordon is. Yo, you gotta tell him who Zordon is.
Well, my understanding of Zordon, he was some otherworldly being who lived in a crystal, which made him his face appear like on this massive sort of cylinder like half a test tube type thing. It was massive behind this massive console
You're describing this
that did
terribly.
nothing, but there was this robot Alpha. This guy, I don't know. Ay ay ay. Who does that? Who does that? What is that a caricature of?
I think that's him.
No,
I think that's the robot. That's the robot. No.
In real life, who goes ay ay ay?
I don't think
Mexicans.
No, I don't think.
Says who?
That's me saying that. That's me saying that. I'm standing on that. You look and Google me if you want.
Yeah, that's a Hispanic. That's a Hispanic saying.
Not say Mexican specific. That's where
Mexican.
but it is Hispanic for sure. That's
Wait,
what I was
you've
thinking.
heard someone in real life say "ay ay ay"?
Yeah, I have for sure.
I haven't, but on TV or something for sure.
No, I have in real life for
TV.
sure. You know what I mean? I still say if something happens or I stop my store, I walk around and say, "Aya, Jackie."
Do you know what? Yeah, no cap. When I went to China, I must have been 14, 15 at the time. The first time I ever went, my friend, I went with him and saw his family and everything. He was playing basketball out there, and I swear to God, everyone there was saying "Aya, aya, aya," to the point where I still say it to this day, and I even got my girlfriend saying it now.
No idea. It's a thing. It's an exclamation.
That's interesting.
It's like African
Exactly that. Exactly that.
eh? We all have our universal kind of tones.
Yeah, definitely. It just expresses that. It says so much in just such a small amount of tones. Like you just know what it is.
AJ, what do you think the Indian one is?
No, I have no idea.
No idea.
What is it?
I don't know. I'm asking whether
Why should I know that?
Because you're an Indian. You're part of an Indian family now, so maybe you can pick up on this.
He handled that very well. I was setting him up there, like, oh, he's this bigger over here.
I shall not
My wife
fail.
is Indian. You think I know everything about Indian culture out here?
Live righteous, man.
Man, Gandalf the White out here.
Live righteous.
He saw that was a risky road.
Fly, you fools.
He finessed it well. He finessed it.
No, I've no idea. There's, for my understanding, it's more of head movements. So it's not so much a sound, but an action. Maybe there is a sound, but I'm not aware of it.
There definitely is a sound. There definitely is a sound because every culture has.
What's the European one?
Let's see. In terms of from the UK, what do we have?
What?
What? Yeah.
What?
They don't say that in France.
You what?
Oh, what? I think because even in Spanish it's que. If you
I was gonna say French, qu'est-ce que? Yeah.
So what? I guess is
Quoi?
what's that?
French. Yeah.
Nani?
No, man. Nani, I don't think qualifies.
Why?
Why not? It's
That's
the same
why
pattern.
That qualifies for sure.
It's the same pattern, no?
Surely.
We've gone from sounds to actual words. So the deeper we're getting into actual words, I feel like the further away we're getting from the original what sounds.
I see that. Yeah, I see that. It's interesting.
Anyway,
Now, I'm gonna go on a deep dive.
It's a word. It's not a word. It's a sound, right?
Okay. Well, let me finish this story because I believe I'm at the end. So, the three Rangers decided that they were stars, and they were like, "Okay, actually, let's ask for more money." They go to the producers, ask for more money. The producers say, "Piss off. We're gonna get new people." And then they start the fresh season and kick those guys out, basically. So they lost their opportunity and then lost all their promotional stuff, their contracts that they had developed from this. And that's obviously potentially a dark road of depression, self-loathing. Who knows? You could really spiral from something like that.
Do you know if they did anything else
I'm not sure.
Mo, are you able to find out if any of those three did any other acting, or I don't know if it's possible.
But the whole reason of the issue was they were part of there's like two specific unions that you could have been a part of. One's slightly more like perhaps expensive or something, because in America, who knows, man, you pay for
It
everything.
was in America. I thought it was in Australia. They were shooting that.
Uh,
I don't know. I think America. I'm not sure. Maybe
no,
Australia.
I think it was in America.
Mm,
In terms of at least in terms of the corporate attachment was an American base. They could have shot it somewhere different, but I'm pretty sure in terms of the guilds they were with and the company would have been American.
Well, if anyone actually knows, and this is more to like the listeners who can be bothered, hit us up on the socials, because yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all.
or better
Because
still, as we're talking of this and you're listening, just Google it. Just Google it. Are you not curious as well? All this random stuff. Who knows?
of
Once you
course they
Google it,
are.
hit us up on the socials.
Boom. That's it.
I'd say there was an issue with it, right? Because I think it's almost every actor in Hollywood, right? You register when you register yourself as an actor, is you're part of the guild. So I think it's the Screen Actors Guild. I know there's one for like the screenwriters as well. If you guys remember the strike some years ago, um, but the Screen Actors Guild is what backs you in a sense where that comes with the union perks that Oz was talking about, right? So in terms of the breaks, the benefits, the royalties, stuff like that, they help you negotiate stuff like that. They make sure that you don't spend a certain amount of hours just working, right? There's a limit to how many hours you can actually work on set, and if you do, there's like benefits or some next level overtime. But these guys actually had none of those benefits. So they actually never collected any royalties
Oh
from
wow.
from the syndication. Yeah, because obviously you hit 100 episodes, it's a syndication. They never got royalties from the syndication. They never got any royalties from the merch, the toys, anything out of it. And there was, injury issues as well. I know on set there were stories about them being on set. There was like fires, people almost hurt themselves, like many times regarding the stunts.
The Yellow
So,
Ranger, like injured her knee quite badly, like 12
mm,
times whilst on set. That's
I remember
a figure I pulled
that.
out my ass. But it's some
Yeah.
obscene number that I heard. I was like,
Welcome to the Sage of Three Paths podcast. We are three brothers who use this space to talk about a range of topics. Anything from politics, race, anime, and pop culture. Each giving our own perspectives and opinions. I'm the youngest, Mo Jana, also known as Junior Lab.
I'm the oldest, Okello, but my brothers call me AJ.
Middle child Oz, aka Wizard King.
Yeah.
obscene number that I heard. This is crazy.
Yeah. And the Pink Ranger as well, I think she had some similar issue where she actually almost died, and there was a fire or some sort, basically. Because they weren't part of that guild, the health and safety regulations as well was laxed as hell. Right? It was just laxed as hell. They had no protection, so they had no safety inspectors to come and say you can't do this or you can't do that.
Maybe that's why
And that all made it cheaper.
This guy's just on some right.
It's possible, but they,
shots.
Goodness.
yeah, for real. And yeah, they definitely, I think the fans definitely helped them keep that longevity you were talking about. The fans helped just because the people that grew up with Mighty Morphins, Lost in Space, Zeo, that generation, pardon me, um, they are the ones that are spending money now. They are the main consumers in terms of the comic book world, or just the whole nerd sphere, basically, right? So we're the ones going to the comic cons, We're the ones doing the meets and greets, paying for autographs, paying for merch that they have. All of that, it helped a lot. The fans definitely helped them.
I would legit buy a authentic Black Ranger costume if I had enough money.
Right.
I would legit buy one, and I would legit wear one. In fact, I'd probably wear it more times than I wouldn't wear it.
That could be your new motorcycle outfit.
Facts. Now
That
that'll
would be
actually
cool.
look dope as a motorcycle. Yeah, that would look dope as a
There's two
motorcycle.
And you got your helmet.
Two costumes I'm 100% down for. One would be the Black Power Ranger costume, and two would be a Gant suit.
Both tight spandex.
Yeah.
Tight spandex, proper squeezing your body. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
the Gant suit is leather. It's akin to a gimp suit without the mask.
Is that how it's described, or that's your
That's
interpretation?
my interpretation.
That's definitely a shit's description.
It's a strong.
I was gonna say, I didn't catch that when I was watching it, you know.
It's quite a raw description of it. That's why it was quite an artistic, for all intents and purposes, description of it. That's why I was like, is that how it was written?
Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't wear a gimp suit. That's not my bag. But I would wear a Gant suit. Now,
Which is a gimp suit
if you mans tell me you wouldn't wear a Gant suit, I wouldn't believe you.
No, I'm wearing a
Wait,
Gant suit.
in order
man.
to wear a Gant suit, you have to be a part of that world fighting all these madness.
No, you're adding
In the
too
real
much
world,
technicalities,
in the
bro.
real world, we're just talking about cosplay, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rock a Gant suit.
Gantz is a Japanese
I'd-
manga. I'll give a general premise. The general premise of it is people die in their everyday lives, let's say.
It's an
But-
isekai.
No, because you're not born again into a different world. You're born again into the same world in your same body. It's just your death kind of didn't happen. In fact, you're a copy of yourself. You're technically not even the original you. So people die and they get teleported to this room with this giant black ball. And then it's like this giant glass black ball. It'll be, let's say, 20 people. It ranges, but let's say on average, 20 people who die get selected and brought into this room. Then the ball gives a target. It's like a glass ball, right? So it displays information, and the information it gives you is a target to kill. Then it provides these suits and guns, which you put on, and you can use the guns, and it's very sci-fi, right? Then you get transported to a place, and you have to hunt whatever target was set, which is like some alien or something like that. And the suits itself enhance your strength, your speed, your durability, and all that. So that's what Gantz suits are. They're from a manga called Gantz. I highly recommend it, but it's incredibly twisted. Definitely not for children, so don't let children read it.
It is twisted, but I have to say, man, those guns were the ones that caught my eye. Those guns were insane.
The swords were insane. The ones that could extend. So cool.
That was nuts, man. That was nuts.
There's a Gantz movie on Netflix, and Gantz is quite difficult to get into anyway, because if you're gonna, let's say, watch the anime of it, it's incredibly slow in the beginning. It's boring, and it's only 25 episodes, which covers like the first 3 arcs of the manga. The manga really goes on, and the manga is freaking amazing. It's a bit, I don't know. You would have to read it to make yourself. But again, it's hard to get into if you're not like a manga reader anyway. So the best way for people to experience Gantz would be to watch the Netflix movie. It's CGI, but it's so well done, and it covers one of the later arcs in the manga. Have you seen it? Have seen it?
I've seen the anime. I've never actually read the Gantz manga.
Way better.
You know.
Way better.
Whoa, bro, you gotta read the manga.
Yeah, the anime is so cool.
Story goes for much longer.
I think I watched it during high school, the anime. And at that point, the only mangas I was reading, I was like, yeah, definitely One Piece.
Yeah, bro, you got a friend here.
That's one of the longest commitments I've had in my life, bro. I can say that hands down.
Yeah,
that is
man.
one of the most consistent relationships in my life. Me and the One Piece man, bro. But I was reading Trigon and Trigon Maximum as well those days.
Yeah, good stuff.
Trigon is one of my favorites. I think it's an underrated classic. It gets
Bash the
overlooked
Stampede.
nowadays. Bash the Stampede, man. You know what I mean? The humanoid typhoon.
The humanoid typhoon, yeah.
Yeah,
I've
man,
not watched it, but it's always been on my list of one of the
same.
go-tos when I have
It's a slow
a
burn,
lot of time. Yeah.
but if you invest, because it's about, you care about the character and his morals. It's not so much about the action. He's a complete pacifist, and he gets put in these positions where he's really tested against his beliefs.
It's like almost like a Western sci-fi of Rurouni Kenshin.
Okay.
Similar thing. He was a Batosai the manslayer. Then he reformed. He became a pacifist in a sense. And same thing with Vash. He's a pacifist, and what he does is never entirely his fault. But for some reason,
they just want to live righteously.
Yeah, he's a warrior for peace and love. That's what he always said.
And love.
Peace and love.
That's his catchphrase.
Love it.
So, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this properly, but I'll give it my best shot. Ronin Kenshin. I watched this video analysis about it, which, because actually I've never read it and I've never watched it, so I know it's a classic, but I've never gone through the journey of Ronin Kenshin's. But I was watching this video analysis about it, which really made me interested. So I think I will at some point.
Yeah, I'll recommend to if you either do one or the other will do you great. Just because, as typically with animes, especially when the episodes are almost caught up to chapters, there's just similar to the first Full Metal Alchemist, they deviate. They deviate. So that's kind of what happens. They've tried to tie it up, but it doesn't tie up as well, right? It doesn't tie up as well, but it really is still a good anime. I mean, the thing is, I grew up watching anime from the 90s. I had older brothers, much older brothers, and I got exposed to I think I was maybe, and I don't recommend this to anyone, but I think I was maybe 5 or 6 when I first watched Akira.
That's a baptism of fire, isn't it?
Bro, to this day, that scene, that ending scene is ingrained in my head. I could remember the smell of the cabinet the TV was hanging on, bro. It's that vivid to me. You know what I mean? It's that vivid to me. And I was watching it in daylight. And it's still ingrained in my memories. And I think I love Akira, but when I want to rewatch it, I actually genuinely have to consciously think, do I want to rewatch it? It's still in that, but yeah, I've been exposed to anime early, the Dragon Ball series, Rurouni Kenshin, the Lupin the Third,
great
old school series, and yeah, I've been happy to say that when I started high school, and I don't know if you guys ever saw that connection, but the people that were into animes and mangas, they're always the first generation,
immigrants.
The first generation immigrants, yeah. A good amount of it. If you look back on it, they were the ones that were really into it. Because outside of maybe, obviously a couple of white boys that were comic book heads that obviously enjoyed manga, and then they our Asian community in our school, they were into it. But it was a special connection with first generation Africans with actual anime and manga. Really interesting connection that I saw growing up. and it was beyond Dragon Ball Z. A lot of people got kicked off from Dragon Ball Z, but it went beyond that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Outlaw
even in
Star.
social media. Yeah, Bebop. CNX days, man. Toonami and CNX.
man.
I mean, we are
Yeah,
first generation immigrants, and anime just hit different with us. But as you say, it was only a select few. It wasn't as mainstream, if you can consider it mainstream now. But it wasn't as popular.
I would definitely say it's mainstream now, man.
It's mainstream now.
Kind of keep that secret. Well, I did anyway.
Yeah.
I had to keep that secret. Like, no, I don't watch that. But yeah,
it's kind of mad. Like, I didn't have any friends in school that I watched anime with. I didn't at all.
Right.
Perhaps.
Well, we were trading Dragon Ball movies. We were trading it. Dragon Ball movies on the playground. Man them were trading Dragon Ball movies.
That sounds like the dream, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
It wasn't a big deal. Like I said, it wasn't mainstream. It wasn't a big deal, but you
had your people.
It's not a point where, you had your people and you weren't hiding it. You know what I mean? At one point, everyone was trying to draw Goku.
You were lucky. We never had
everyone.
That. So there was this one, a good friend of mine, really good friend of mine, and he discovered I was into anime. And at the time, I had like, I don't know, a DVD or something like that of Zone of Enders Dolores. And he saw the DVD disc and he read Dolores, and he just, to this day, continues to tease me. He was like, yeah, but you watch that Dolores business, don't you? And I'm just like, oh, man.
Has he watched it?
He's never seen.
Oh, goodness.
He goes, it's just cartoons, man. Like, I can't get into it. It's like, fair enough.
Each to their own. Some might watch EastEnders religious.
No, but there was that fascination, though.
Yeah, it was drawn to it. Do you know what? I hear people talk about it more and more and more, and I just see, I guess, more and more people getting into anime, and earlier saying it being a bit more mainstream. I think it's cool, but yeah, I think definitely, I still have the man. Them will still try and jump and say, oh, this is what Mo likes watching, and they'll send me some stupid video of maybe some hentai stuff going on. I'm like, come on, man, this is a serious thing, This is very serious. Don't think that I'm in it just to watch it.
But
the annoying thing is, when I do want to try it, But when I do want to try and maybe, show someone, so like if I'm sitting with my girl, it's like, oh yeah, come just watch this anime, right? And then it's just a silly scene, and it's just got, someone with big melons. It's just like, you can't escape it, man. It's in all of them.
The fan service.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It does occur like that. Like, I'd say over the years it has turned, right? And I appreciate it for all. I do appreciate it for all, because to see something that you've been a part of, right, boom into something, and you're like, yeah, whatever area I was in the grassroots of that. You know what I mean? I was one of those kids that appreciated something that people were missing out, or the majority was missing out. And the growth has been crazy. Let's say, I think I mentioned it before, didn't I? Earlier talks, like it was that, the One Piece manga, it actually surpassed Batman as the highest selling comic book of all time to number 2.
Oh, wow.
So it's literally just Superman and One Piece. That's saying a lot.
Yeah.
That's saying a lot, because the comic book industry in the 90s had a boom, then it dwindled. But the manga and the anime has only been on the uprise. And that's the exposure to the Western world.
Yeah.
And social media made it easy. References made it easy.
Yep, definitely. I think the design of it made it easy. It's so easy to take on, whether it's you're watching it because it's funny, you're watching it because it's cool, you're watching it because it's badass, you're watching it because you like the story. There's so many components to it, and that's why it's so long.
I got a question for you. If you were to recommend like anime, let's say anime, not just manga, right? But if you were to recommend an anime to one you would recommend?
Okay. 3 go-to series I would recommend. Number 1, I would recommend My Hero Academia. I would actually. I think it's current.
Great.
It gives them what they need. They can kind of understand I want to be a part of a story. For me, that's like the modern day Naruto, but I wouldn't go back and say watch Naruto. Do you know what I'm saying? Secondly, I'm going to go with another newish one. I'm going to go with Jujutsu Kaisen. So I'm going to tell them to watch that simply because you're going to see the pinnacle of, martial arts and anime or how cool an anime could be. I've only got 3.
Give them 3. They're on a binging tip. Give them 3.
I'm going to give them a personal favorite of mine. It's not, I would be doing this for myself, not for them. I would tell them to watch Death Note.
That's my number 1 recommendation.
That's my number 1. So that's why I would be like, but I wouldn't always, you would recommend that as your number 1?
No, for me, the go-to would always be Death Note is up there. It's not like it's one of my favorites, but it's not the top, right? But in terms of recommending to someone that doesn't watch anime, I will always recommend Death Note, right? Just because of the psychological aspect, the intrigue, just to let them know first and foremost, it's not just bang on action, like heavy-handed action.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's always there's a cat and mouse game, the psychology game, the character development, the internal monologues that's going on. And so that's always the case because Western viewers really appreciate good psychological thrillers.
Yeah, that's true.
Always, right? So that's always a good one. Yeah. I would recommend Hero Academia as well. Jujutsu Kaisen, I actually wouldn't. I
would like to know why.
Because one, I'd say in terms of it's interesting, like the action and the animation together, it's amazing. It's top tier.
Yeah.
Right. It's top tier. The characters,
as Junior said, pinnacle.
Yeah.
It's the pinnacle.
But
it's good. Right.
The big but for me is the magic system.
The cursed techniques.
The cursed techniques, because I'll say outside of Hunter x Hunter, is probably the most complicated magic system there is. Like nothing tops Hunter x Hunter when it comes to magic system.
Yeah.
That
whole Nen scheme.
You're right. In fact, the moment you said magic, the moment you said magic system, in my mind, Hunter x Hunter came up straight away.
Because that's the standard. That's the standard. And
yes. You knew that theme straight away.
Love it. Yes, love it.
Those episodes where the narrator gets time to shine.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire. I say, that's the reason why I wouldn't recommend Jujutsu Kaisen, right? Because you can be interested in the character. You'll be captivated by the characters. You'll be captivated by the action, the scenes, and the storyline, right? But it is a bit of a deep end in terms of how do they have these powers? How do they operate these powers? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
because even for me,
questions.
Exactly, and even for them, there's still questions being answered in the manga itself. There's still questions being answered in the manga. So for me, I'll pause on Jujutsu Kaisen. But if it's someone that appreciates just pure animation, action, 100%.
No, man.
I'd say.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to disagree with you here. Listen, I'm gonna try and convince you. Here's my pitch.
Hit me.
The thing about Jujutsu Kaisen, fundamentally, is the author is of our generation. He grew up watching what we watched. He's inspired clearly by Hunter x Hunter's magic system.
Oh yeah.
Right, like the authors really put some thought and depth into the whole concept of cursed technique, cursed energy. Man, like
domains and all.
Ever since Attack on Titan, because Shonen is practically the god of the anime realm. Shonen is a manga. So Japanese. So manga's comics. Just in case anyone listening doesn't understand that, manga is basically Japanese comics. They're pretty much the same as Western comics, but the way they're drawn and written has its own style.
And it's read backwards from right to left.
Like it's read like Arabic. Yeah.
Well, it's read like Japanese because it's made by Japanese, and their
Yeah,
writing
that's
system is
touche.
from right to left. Yeah,
Mhm.
or even it's top right to left bottom. That's their writing
Yeah.
system, from my
Yeah.
understanding.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, it is.
So the author, and man, I feel bad for not knowing this guy's name, so I'm gonna get his name.
I know you fumbling
Okay,
around like
okay,
like
I can
at
do it,
some
but-
dinner date or something. Well, I forgot my wallet.
This
It's
guy.
here somewhere.
This guy, you know what? I'm doing a mo. I'm doing a mo, whereas I can't talk and do something at the same time. Okay, I'm just a simple man.
I was about to give you the name as well, you know.
Drop it like it's hot. Oh, drop it like it's hot. Mo, are you gonna be like our Jamie? For the Joe Rogan Experience, are you our Jamie?
No.
The screen.
I'm not claiming that.
Jamie,
We
put it
can
on the
roll-
screen.
But basically, that's the thing. You're the oracle.
We can rotate that. That's a
God,
rotating role. I see that as a rotating role. To be honest, I think Oz.
That's a deities. All right.
I think Oz definitely has that in the bag. It's his bag, but I'm assisting him right now. So it's, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Gigi Akutami.
My man. Straight to him. Shout out Gigi Akutami.
Written, illustrated by Gigi Akutami. Okay.
Yeah, shout out.
So
You've entertained me, Gigi Akutami.
the thing about Gigi Akutami, he's influenced. We could essentially, because he's of our generation, sit down and talk about the animes we've watched while growing up and how it's influenced us, and we could probably even get to some obscure animes such as Outlaw Star.
Hey, Okello here. This section is a space where we'll be sharing short stories, creative experiences, and art. Cedric Isaacs. Isaacs was one of the heroes of the anti-apartheid struggle. In 1964, he was found guilty of sabotage by the apartheid regime and was sentenced to 12 years in prison on Robben Island. His sentence was increased a couple years late when he was found operating a pirated radio, which helped keep prisoners informed of current events. While on Robben Island, Isaacs was known for organising sporting activities to keep the prisoners' morale up. He was in fact one of the founders of the Makana Football Association.
With calmness and stillness, it comes to an end. We hope you found some gems and go away richer in soul and spirit. We're showing you the three paths of the sage. Your path is your own. Which path do you follow? Until next time.